Hello everyone and welcome back. How are you doing? Buongiorno or buonasera or buonanotte. Welcome to the channel in which we have plenty of color, all of them watercolor of course. And I choose between one of those and then I do live on Twitch in which I try to study the color itself to see how it reacts to paper, how dark or cool it is, and this kind of thing. And then I decided to come here on YouTube and go to the other side of my sketchbook in which I have the wall of fame. Here's the wall of shame and here's the wall of fame of basically one page for each color. And today it's 11 color. The last time we did this. Today the protagonist is this teeny tiny friend here that is super expensive because Schminke is not the cheapest brand ever. So that's why I have this teeny tiny thing. And yeah, the color is called Helio Turquoise, I guess. In Italian it would be Turquese Helio. So yeah, welcome. Here's the channel in which I struggle with language and I show you beautiful colors because I am a watercolor color freak. So yeah, this is the protagonist for today. Now, this is what I did on Twitch. And I was trying to replicate a tree that I saw. I have no idea what's the name of the tree, but it was this nice tree that had a long trunk. And then when he raised up, he had branches going around. It feels like he had a weird hat. So yeah, I tried to do the tree, but I made one mistake. I didn't have any reference. So yeah, you can see from here that I had no idea what they were doing. So for today, I have a reference actually. It's just a random reference on the internet. But from the study itself, I kind of like the fact that this one was giving me fantasy vibes. So I add a phoenix or something and a teeny tiny friend. And then I have this texture in the background that I want to keep. Other than that, I really didn't like anything at all about this. So let's go to the other side of the sketchbook. Let's find ourselves a nice new paper. You can stay there if you want, you teeny tiny fellow. And I use the huge brush that it has a French branch that I cannot pronounce. Le Franc, Bouges, I don't know. And just use this to create the like the background texture by dipping into the color itself and just go very randomic on the paper. Yay. Beautiful. I just want to create texture. I don't care what is the texture about. It's just that this thing will be in the forest. So it will have some sort of texture in the background. Beautiful. Huge brush, but my friend. While I'm waiting here, let's talk about what we're going to use. First of all, a sponge. Super nice because then you don't have to have like this kind of dirty stuff around. You can save planet and use just one thing for all your works. That's super nice. Speaking about brush, I tested this flat brush here. It's number 12 from Giotto Fila. You can use whatever flat brush you find. It's not that important. As long as make straight line, it's fine. Then I have these one that have very, very long brush here to make the details of the branches. These come from a local like HORADAM store. So I think whatever you can find that have a long brush, don't treat it like this maybe. And then what am I missing? Oh yeah, for the leaves I think I will use maybe this one that is another flat brush but very tiny too. If you're interested in this, is called line from Giotto again. But yeah, this is basically what we're going to use now. This is dry enough, so let's dip our first brush into the water and let's add some color to our palette. It's mine, it's not yours, okay? I'm all about sharing, but we need to know each other better if we need to share. So this is a nice bluish color and it has nothing to do with forest, I do understand. But first of all, subscribe. And after you subscribe, if you want to comment and give me ideas on what to use as a subject for the next painting, any suggestion is super accepted. So yeah, go for it. So for my tree, I'm gonna go up with a nice trunk that is a little bit larger in the whatever that is called, the beginning of the tree. I don't think it's called the beginning of the tree, but you get it right. And that's it. This is basically our starting point. Now from here, I already want to use this friend here to make the branches. I wonder if it's branches or just branch in English. Well, you can correct me in the comments as well. I want to make one branch. Okay, so let's start with the very unlucky branch. This is too wet. Give me not that wet. Let's dry the brush a little bit. So let's start with the branch that didn't make to be actually full branch. So maybe I can do something like this and something like that. Like those are the ones that were growing with the tree, but then at some point they give up. Okay, they were like, you know what, life is too hard. I give up. I don't care about this tree anymore. Bye. And they did. Not that now. Then there was one that was going up and then it was too tired. So basically it stayed here in the middle, something like this. Then there was another one that was like even higher, but it wasn't strong enough, so it went down. Remember to tell yourself the story of the branches. Makes everything easier. At some point, you try to go up again, but then too heavy. Life is too hard. I don't want to live anymore. That's what the branch says. And then there was another one that was actually made it to the top. So yoo-hoo, you're very happy for you. Congrats, you made it to the top. Let's go to the other side because otherwise this tree will be, you know, leaning on one side. It's not good. Okay. So in here there was already one branch that was like, yes, let's go, bro. And it goes very up, and we are very happy for him. And then there was another one that was kind of tired, like the one that we have in here. So they were like, yeah, okay, it's too early in the morning. I just want to go down. That's it. And then there was, let's see, another one that was like, you know what? I'm straight. Let's go straight. That's it. And then we're going to do the top. The top, there is like one that is going up and one that is going on the other side, because this kind of tree is kind of weird. It has a triangular shape on top. I'm going to show you in a moment, okay? And then, of course, our friends are not alone. So maybe instead of having one single line, we can actually spread a little bit, you know, just a little bit every now and then to make them some friends. You know, they weren't alone. They have a nice life. Just kidding, they're just trees. They stay there, create oxygen for us, and we are very thankful for that. Thankful? Grateful? How's it in English? Grateful, I guess. Okay, brush number 2, done. Let's go. Actually, let's add another one that is Borciani Bonazzi, my best friend in the world since my last trip in Italy. This is called Il Perfetto. I hate that this is called the Il Perfetto because there is nothing perfetto. Il Perfetto means the perfect, of course. And it is not, because this handle, awful. Let me show you a nice handle from the same brand. This is a nice handle, okay? It's nice. It also has some flat surface here. It's super nice. Look. This, not perfecto at all, but let's go. It has this kind of weird brush, so it's rounded, but it's also flat. A round flat. For sure, there will be an appropriate name in English for this, but for now, since you're not correcting me in the comment, I will keep saying flat, round brush. So, for the leaves, let's go from here, and let's just go very random it and create a sort of bubble, cloud, something like this. Okay, we're gonna go back here because I want to add more texture, like more colors, but well, there is only one color, but like deeper color or not that deep color. Then this nice fellow here, maybe it has a nice bubble on top of it, and then a little bit around the tree, and then here another small bubble. So basically foliage is all about bubbles, and how fun is the word bubbles. I am a bubble. And this one is like, there is a reason why it's bent. It's because the bubble was down, and this one as well, like there was too much weight on this side, so that's why it was like this. Does it make sense? No? Yeah? Well, you can tell me. And then let's calm down a little bit with this story about the brush and everything and the tree. And so for the straight one, I think it should be kind of balanced between up and down. Okay? And maybe like something like this. Nice. Cute. This one as well, small bubble, another small bubble. Like, I was watching a very nice workshop about foliage today, and it was great because I can't remember the name of the artist, unfortunately, but it was all about like leaf space between the leaves, so you have this nice effect of foliage, so of leaves that are going around and do their things. So let's go. Oh, this is too wet. Let's go to the top. We need to have some sort of not completely triangular shape, but something like that, otherwise the tree won't be exactly the same.
I know. I move forward. It's not my fault, okay? My phone storage was completely full. I have to download stuff on Mac and upload them on a mess, okay? A mess, guys. Sorry for this. But yeah. Let's get back from here, okay? Seriously, it's been like, I think 1 hour since I was doing this. But I add some foliage on top of here, and it's completely a coincidence that this is dark and then the top, but I really like that, so I will keep that. And one of the things I was saying before realizing it actually stopped recording is that I was doing this workshop in which they were talking about foliage and to add like small leaves every now and then to make it look like there is light coming from the foliage itself. And I think that's super cool. So I want to add more like color here by just dipping into the color itself with not that much water. Okay. Ooh, I mix orange with my original color. That's not okay. Okay. And I want to add some foliage here. I want to add some foliage. Okay. And yeah, one of the things that I'm realizing the more I use watercolor is that everything is about texture and how to make it interesting. So it's not just about shapes itself or the color itself. That's super important thing, but it's also about the kind of texture that you can create. And to build texture, I think the exercise that I'm doing in general with one color sketching, it's super powerful, because then you are forced to think, okay, how can I achieve this? So yeah, give it a try. If you feel like you need a challenge, I highly recommend to go with just one single color and try to, you know, learn about value, learn about contrast. I think it's super cool. So if you think about this is the tree that I have right now, but I come from this. Can you see the difference? This looks nice. Okay, this looks nice, realistic, and just because I had a reference. In this one, I didn't have a reference. I just went online and just live on Twitch. No reference, nothing. Can you see the difference? This is super cool. And yeah, I still think there is something missing. I can't figure out what. So I think just I will add a few more leaves randomly, like here and there, for no other reason than make it a little bit of interesting thing. But other than this, I'm not gonna do more than this. I think it's over. Like, it's a sketch, it's fine, and I actually really like it. So yeah, this is it. Thank you for sticking around. Spoiler for the next color, because it was the last color that I used the other day to sketch during the live. Ta-da! So in the next episode there will be this one, and this is a gorgeous color coming from Van Gogh. It's called Dusk Pink, even if, yeah, I can see pink, but not that much. And it's a super granular color, meaning that one single color can do all those shades that you see here. It's just one single color, it's no more than one, and I love it. So yeah, stick around. This was the sketch for this nice fellow here. Really like it. And see you for the next episode. Bye.